Me, 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 me. So I've been back to making videos for a while now, and I can imagine the question that is plaguing all of you constantly, all the time. What is going on with me? Well, that's a very important question, and thank you for having the courage to ask it. I've been struggling with meditation. I feel that there are kind of two kinds of distractions. Psych! Let's not talk about me. I spend most of my life being me, and the last thing that I really want to do today is turn on a camera and be like, hey, let's do some meing. Here are my 5 favorite films, what books am I reading, what is my favorite shoe size. That gets pretty dull, and I think if you're the type of person that's making stuff every so often, then you can get away with it, because you're really kind of giving people updates. But when you're trying to do daily stuff, you're playing in a different area than most people making videos. Others. So looking at other YouTubers that keep to a regular schedule, it's a challenge, and they found this really cool way to do it. They cheat. If you look at like Daily Grace, back when it was Daily Grace, you had that day where you're just like, hey guys, I went on to my blah 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 and I asked you guys what do you wanted me to talk about today. I didn't come up with the thing. Or Jack's Films. Yesterday I asked you guys blah, and now I'm going to read those responses to you. Or Zay Frank and Dan Brown tend to respond to questions some of the time. Sometimes they have things they want to talk about. Sometimes they have people that have written in and have something that like them to give advice on or talk about. And so they do. Now of course I said cheating, but it's really not. You're still putting in an enormous amount of effort to curate stuff and to figure out how you want to handle a particular topic, even if you're relying on some other people to help you out in part of that content creation experience. Back when I was formerly scripting stuff, a 3-minute video averaged out to be around 750 words. So basically, if someone's making a video every day, they're writing a 750 to 1,000 word essay every day. And that's fun, but it also can be particularly challenging. And I think that having the ability to somewhat outsource that, what am I supposed to talk about today, can be very gratifying, and it helps you realize that there are other people that are interested in your stuff. It helps people feel like you're interacting with them, and generally makes life a little bit easier. So I think I'd like to try that third option and ask you guys for some help. And ask me questions about what's going on in your life, or advice, or whatever. And here are my qualifications for doing that, because that's pretty narcissistic. But my qualifications are: you. So I tried to do my best to make sure that this isn't just kind of a one-way monologue, and that, I will try to ask you guys questions when I think of them at the end of a video, so that we can have a discussion. And I don't comment on comments as much as I would like to. I'm, kind of short on time, but I do read everything, and I do try and take it all into consideration, and try and make responses sometimes. So what I'd like to do today, instead of asking you to answer a question, is to prompt you to ask some questions of your own. Not in a, oh, Kevin's so cool, let's validate me by seeing if he'll respond to something I ask him, but in a, wow. But really more of just in a way of, let's see what you're struggling with, or what questions you have, or what's on your mind. And it could be something like, Kevin, could you explain calculus? Or it could be like, Kevin, I'm struggling with this. Or, Kevin, what's your middle name? That one, I'm not going to tell you though, because I made a pattern of not sharing that information. Which, now that I'm saying out loud, seems even more me-centered than before. But leave your questions down in the comments. Me.